All right, so we are taking this out for the initial test drive. Not gonna get too crazy, just gonna kind of let the air out of the coolant system, make sure everything is good. Just glad it started up on the first try. That doesn't usually happen for me. There's still snow on the ground here in Texas, so this sucks. So far so good, it hasn't blown up. I can feel it.
Can you?
I can feel it once it go.
You can definitely hear it.
Yeah. Definitely sounds like a supercharger, that's for sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be way different. At least I don't hear any weird noises, no check engine lights, and all the coolant, all the temperature gauges are normal, so.
I mean, we made it a mile.
I mean, I figured it would be a little bit louder though. Guess these things, they have these things on pretty much dialed in to where they're not as noisy. I felt like the one on my LT4 is way louder than this.
It's probably that fantastic airbox keeping the noise in.
What a piece of shit. That was a quarter throttle.
That was what?
Quarter throttle.
Really?
Yeah. I don't want to lay all the way into it yet, but that was strong.
Yeah. That was already a lot more than it was.
Yeah, that was scary. I didn't want to. I'm gonna wait to completely roll into it until after I check everything.
I feel like this thing's gonna have like no hope of hooking up.
No, I'm only hopeful that the traction bars actually do traction stuff. Holy shit. Holy shit. That was half throttle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That's nuts. Again, half throttle. It hooked up though.
It said it hooked
It
up though.
fucking went. fuck, that got to 88 real fucking fast. We almost went back in time.
Yeah. It's a good thing we stopped.
Yeah, this is fun. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here at XRP Raceway. Gonna do some test hits on the Stage 2 Whipple. So now that we've gotten this all taken care of and bolted on, we're gonna see what kind of time this thing will do. So again, we've just done the Stage 2 Whipple. It's been ported by Jokers. So there is that ride tech suspension, and then we are still though rocking the stock 17-inch tires. So I don't know how well this thing is going to do with that. I'm just not going to hook up that great. We are going to improve versus the last time we were out here. So let's get up on the track and see what we can do. All right, guys, we're gonna do a four-wheel drive hit. See what this thing says. So looks like the draggy says we did a 9.5 or 7.9. That seems a little slow. All right, we'll do it again. There we go. Thank you. Oh no, 7.4. I think this thing is off. All right, we did a 7.4 at 97 miles an hour. It's pretty good. That's a huge improvement. Thank you. A little better, 7.3. We're headed in the right direction. All right, so I am going to let this thing cool down for a minute, and then we'll get a couple more hits in. So we'll be back. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are back here at Pro Tree Racing, gonna get this thing dynoed. We got it strapped down, gonna see what this thing will do. And I remember this is a stage 2. It is ported by Jokers, so it does have a little bit more done to it, but we are having to run this still in 5th gear. So I see a lot of people on the online complaining, especially on forums, that these trucks are dynoing too low. Well, the reason why is because they're getting dynoed in 5th gear, which is going to lower your peak horsepower. So you're not going to make exactly what it's supposed to make. So 7th gear is 1-to-1. That's where it's going to make all the power. So it is not going to dyno what it actually does make. So with that being said, this is basically a tool to let you know which way you're moving. So we've already been to the track, we know what it runs, so now we're just going to see what it kind of makes at the rear wheels versus what it did stock. So we'll get that done and get this dyno going. All right, we're going to let it cool down for a little bit since we just drove it here. So we got the fans on it. Get this thing cooled down just a bit, and then we'll make a pull. We might try to do one in normal driving mode and one in the sport, see if that makes any kind of difference. I'm not 100% sure it would, just because I think the only thing that does is it changes the transmission shift points for these trucks. But when we were at the track, we did run it in sport mode, so that was a little different. I hadn't done that before the entire time. So as you could see in the videos previously when we were at the track, so we ran a best of 730. If you can tell in the video, even in 4-wheel drive with these tires, since they're stock hard tires, it was still spinning. So this thing has, I bet it has a 7.0 in it with good tires. So that is what we are aiming for. So whenever we get tires, we're gonna go back to the track, see if we can hit that 7.0 mark with some better tires. So we might do that before we actually throw on the headers. I'm not 100% sure with my timeline because we're also getting ready for Texas 2K as well. So we're trying to get the race car done and get prepped for that. So we've got a whole bunch of things going on right now. So it just depends on when all that stuff comes in, when I have time. So things are gonna slow down a little bit as far as videos coming out because of Texas 2K. That's gonna be my primary point right now that we're gonna start focusing on to get ready for that, since it's a brand new setup and a brand new car. So we'll have more content on that as well once we start getting that stuff done. So 592 as of right now. Did that shift too?
No, it was really short.
All right, 592, we're gonna let it cool off. We'll do another one. We'll be back. All right, guys, we're back from letting it cool down. We're gonna make another test hit. This time we're gonna do it in 5th gear. It's gonna be in normal mode. So let's see what it'll do. So we did 630 and 472, so not too bad. So sport mode, it runs out too quick. Don't dyno that shit in sport mode, only normal mode. So that's where we're at. So 6:30, not too bad. All right, so we are back from getting the truck dynoed, as y'all just saw. So it put down 630 horsepower to the rear wheels, and honestly, we didn't mile per hour. I forgot to have them change it to RPM again, so I apologize for people that are wondering what the RPM is. Completely forgot to have them change that. When I put the graph up, you're gonna see the torque is all messed up. We were having some issues with the tach, so that's why that's off. So the torque numbers aren't gonna be correct on here. That's why the graph is doing this. Still, the power 630 seemed to be about average from what I've seen online from other stage 2s, some less. I mean, I've seen them go 570, 580 at the rear wheels up to 630, and then some with headers to 680, so it's all going to depend. So again, this is just a stage 2 with the stock Whipple tune on it. It's also been ported by Jokers, but I wasn't sure if we were going to see the full gain of the Jokers port without having tuning capabilities for it. So there's a possibility that's going to gain more. So I'm going to wait until tuning opens up for this, so that way we can up the mile per hour, and then also the rev limiter as well. So it's hitting that stuff. So that's why we're at where we're at. Plus, you have to dyno these in 5th gear versus 7th. 7th is 1-to-1, so this is still not accurate. So there's going to be, this is still going to be lower than what it would actually dyno at. So I know there's a lot of people out there saying, hey, these are dynoing low, even though it's an 805 horsepower package. Why am I not getting? Well, the reason why is because you cannot dyno in the correct gear to get that kind of horsepower reading. So it's going to be off. But the main thing that we're looking for is track times. So everyone gets all up in arms about, hey, I have this much horsepower. Why can't I go this specific time? So it's all going to be at the track. It's you learning the vehicle. So I mean, this truck could have made 400 horsepower, and if I ran a 7.3 again, like I did with this truck, supercharged, then I don't care. As long as I go fast down the track, that's what I'm looking for. So a dyno is just a tool to help you out to know that you're going the right direction, making sure everything's okay with the truck itself. So your biggest thing is going to be track times. If you aren't getting faster at the track, it doesn't matter if you have 1,000 horsepower or 2,000 horsepower. If you can't put it down at the track and get down to the other end faster, then it doesn't matter. So who cares what the horsepower is? So I know a lot of people get caught up in horsepower numbers. Again, a dyno is just a tool. That's all it is. So that is going to do it for this part of the videos. So as you saw, we did some driving. We went to the track. We went to the dyno. So we got all that stuff done. So until the next section or next part that we're going to do, we still have some more stuff planned for this thing. But we have Texas 2K coming up. So I'm racing Texas 2K of a 2018 ZL1 that I raced. So that is coming up, and we're going to start getting ready for that. It's currently getting built, so we're going to be doing some test and tune. I don't know if I'm going to put that up yet before Texas 2K, if we do any kind of testing or if we're able to, since we're currently in the middle of building the car. So that is going to probably take up most of my time from here on out. We might be able to do maybe a couple easy videos. Maybe I'll put the bed cover on it, do a how-to on that, just to see if we get wheels in time. I might throw some tires on there, bring it to the track or bring it back to the dyno, because it does still rock the stock wheels, so that's also going to take away from horsepower as well. So if that happens to come in time, then maybe I'll be able to get that done. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to rush out and not do this the way I wanted to do, just because we got other stuff coming up. So again, that's going to do it for part 2. Or I'm sorry, not part 2. That's going to do it for the next section of the track dyno and drive video for the supercharger. So if you would, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and share this out with all your friends, and we'll see you on the next one.